welcome back to another Shakuhachi lesson. I am your licensed Shakuhachi teacher, Shawn Renzoh Head. So today I got a really interesting email asking about where is the best place to start in Shakuhachi. The person wrote that they can read all the notes, I'm assuming the basic notes, and they can make the sound, but they don't know where to start because a lot of the pieces, the honkyoku pieces are just too difficult to get the right sound and having enough breath. So my recommendation is to start with children's songs. They're really short and they're very easy, and there's actually more later that are more complicated. So something like Kutsuganaru is a little bit more difficult than No Maru, which was what we're going to go through today. So No Maru actually only uses the five pentatonic notes. So it's very simple, and the rhythm is also very easy too. So this is a great place to also go over how to count Japanese music as well. So starting from the beginning of Hinomaru, we're going to start in the Otsu position. So remember that this symbol right here means lower octave. We have the right beat and the left beat. So what this is going to act like is eighth notes in the Western sense. So you have this tsu, which is going to be the fifth hole, fourth hole, third hole, second hole covered, first hole open. So you have tsu, tsu, and then afterwards, they, then chi, chi, de. And that will be held for two counts for a right and a left hit. So going through this, very, very simple, but it starts to get you into reading. And what I recommend for all of my students is to sing this stuff. So if you can go through and go tsu tsu de de chi chi de, it's gonna help you become a lot more comfortable with this language. I don't think it's necessary to speak Japanese in order to play Japanese to play shakuhachi, but I do think that you should sing through and become really acquainted with these characters. Okay, and then we're going to have a short breath afterwards. Oops. And we'll have chi, chi, di, di. Then here we have the kan symbol. So this do is going to be in the upper octave. Do, do, di. And then this will be back in otsu. So second breath here. Then we go back into that kan, do, 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 di, di, chi, tsu, de, off. And we will go back down into otsu again. So di, you're only going to see in the otsu, you won't see it in the kan register. That note is called hi. And then our last line here, but it's still in otsu. Di, di, chi, tsu, de, chi, tsu. So, and also play this really quickly. Now, then what's so nice about this piece and why it's so good to start with this work is because all the rhythms are uniform. There's no measure is different rhythmically. So you're really just focusing on learning the pitches. And all the measures have a little breath at the end, so it's also good because you can slow the piece down to train for your breath, so that way you can hold notes out longer. So let me play through the whole piece, and then we will talk about a couple other things. I think I glitched in the middle of that for some reason. I was thinking about the things I wanted to talk about, not the piece. So that's a just basic really version of it. Now, some things that you can add into it to make it more to utilize all the things that are in the piece. You can also change dynamics within it, because you notice in Japanese music that we don't get dynamics very often unless it's a contemporary piece where someone wrote them in. So you can also try doing all of them swelled. So you start piano, go to forte, go back to piano. Start soft, loud, soft. Or vice versa. Or and that just is another way to use this piece as many ways as possible. So when you have a piece that's really short, try to find ways to make it a technical exercise on top of that. So this is one of the pieces that I recommend as that's perfect for beginners to start with. If I just scroll down, I know I have another page. This is also another beginner's melody that you can use. And so just after doing 10 of them, and you're going to number 11, you have a more complex rhythms. You also have half hold notes and medi notes. So like this the medi will be a shaded 4 and dipping down. So you also have that. You have jumping between octaves. You have another half hold note here that's not medi. This is chu medi, which is an E natural. And see, you got off beats, and yeah, and also the phrases are a lot longer too, so you'll need more breath control. So this is where I recommend that you start off with. There's a lot of folk music books. I know that you can get a couple of them from Meijido, which is the one of the traditional music instrument and instrument shops, and they also have a lot of sheet music there. They also have materials for making instruments too, if you're interested in that. And I know they also have lots of workshops and lessons and stuff like that is there as well. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment description or the comments below, and I will see you guys next week for another lesson.